All right. Hey, friends, it's me, Frenny, aka Friend the Human,
And it's Slappa.
and this is Vibes and Delights. Welcome back, y'all. Pride Month's over, and summer is here. And you know what? You know what? What the fuck is going on with the weather? because it has been nuts out there. Like there's been so many catastrophe hail claims, trees. Someone literally ran into a tree, Final Destination style, at my jobby job. Like I saw that claim today and I was like, what the literal fuck? Like this shit's crazy. People are on vacation. People are absolutely just getting fucked the fuck up. So y'all be safe out there. Please be safe out there. And you want to know some funny shit? You want to hear some funny shit? That Ursher Kiki Palmer bullshit. Slap came up to me on my lunch break or on my break or some shit. I don't know. I've been working overtime lately. I'm dead tired. But anyway, so Slap comes up to me. He was like, "Yo, did you hear about that Kiki Palmer baby daddy Usher situation?" And I was like in the Boondocks, like Tom? Like I hadn't even heard what happened. Tell me about it, Slap. How'd you even get there?
I don't know. I just came across someone talking about it. And, on TikTok, it has like little blue search suggestion, I guess. And I just went down that rabbit hole and learned a whole lot about this baby daddy of hers.
This baby daddy. I like
Like,
how nobody is naming this dude. Like I don't even know what his name is. His name is Baby Daddy now.
his name's Tom. I like forgot about that episode until you said it. And I died laughing because it's literally the same exact thing going on.
Oh my gosh. Like honestly, I had to make something. I had to make a content about it. A content. I had to make something because Slap laughed so hard. And my beautiful husband, y'all, like he is the happiest, giggliest man, right? But I have never heard him just straight up shriek. I know I was like, I had to tell y'all about it because I've never heard him just straight up holler. It was hilarious. But yeah, so I mean, but boy, they clowning the fuck out of him. But I thought that he had like you said Kiki had unfollowed him. It turned out he deleted all his social media.
I think like she unfollowed and then he just like got off entirely because people
He was
started
like,
going real hard on him.
right. But seriously, like everybody knows that Kiki Palmer is like the one. Like that's who we grew up with. She our age. Like we all chilling. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's like a little younger than us. You know what I'm saying? But we're all in the same age group. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, she's so freaking pretty, man. And she looked pretty then. And people were like, one of my somebody I know was like, it's about her dress though. What about it? Yo, like let that woman wear what the fuck she wants to.
Right. She's at a fucking Usher concert. Like,
And she was
does
on
she
a
got to be
girls'
covered
night.
up entirely?
Right. She was on a girls' night after having her baby. Like she was just trying to Stella get her groove back looking as like
Like, what she had on, like, looked like a one piece swimsuit with mesh on her arms and legs.
she
That's all it
honestly
looked
looked
like.
so cute. She looked
Right.
so cute to me. Like she didn't look any different than like a ballerina in a leotard. I mean, at that point, just with like a cute something over it. But she looked really cute though. And then it turns out that he had been posting pictures of her in like her underwear or some shit right after. God damn it! Right after she had the baby. Like I don't know. Like he was and I heard that he was posting his own underwear pics.
No, yeah. He was straight up just in, like, skimpy boxers on a bed, just
Well,
posting shit like that.
it's the double
So,
standard. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, maybe he didn't want her to do that, but he should have talked to her
it
about
was
it.
Usher.
It was
It
Usher, but
was
I
Usher
don't
for
know,
sure.
man. Like, Usher is literally a superstar. Like,
Well,
like,
that's part of the insecurity. He's just her baby daddy. That's pretty much all he is.
but at the same, like,
And
we
like, I
literally
don't
don't even know his name.
it's Usher. If Usher sings at your girl, it's gonna bring us the insecurities. Okay. Because
Would you
if
be insecure or would you be happy for me?
if Usher's sang at me, I bet you'd be insecure. Okay,
I'd be jealous. I'm like, why he ain't singing at me?
right? Like that dude could sing, and if he's singing at someone,
But you're right. Like I don't, but I wouldn't be like insecure in the sense like you gonna leave me for Usher.
you
I
gonna
mean,
leave me for Usher?
like
Like I could
she.
leave you for Usher.
But even still, if you left me for Usher, I'd be like, yo, my ex, he left me for Usher, so I must have had a good one.
Right.
I must have had a good one, you know. Then like
But
Usher
also,
switch sides.
like, it's fucking Kiki Palmer. You don't think she could leave you for Usher at any point, and just the fact that she got with you instead of someone like Usher,
Like it's
like that should
Kiki,
mean something.
it's Kiki Palmer. She can just exist. Like you are literally not even anywhere close to her. But like apparently, not only is she the breadwinner, somebody said he the bread runner up, but but they said that she literally gave him a job at the company she owns. What the fuck is you talking about, my dude? Talking about this is the family example. Bitch, you insecure. He was probably insecure before all of this even
Oh,
happened.
definitely.
It just sucks though, like because like everybody loves your girl. You know what I'm saying? And in turn, you think you would want them to love you, but this is what you did. Like I don't know. Maybe I want to say it's hormones because dudes do be affected by pregnancy hormones in a different way. You know what I'm saying? It's just as much of a big change for them too. I don't know if he has like more kids, you know,
You're
children
trying
out
real
there.
hard to
I
excuse this
am, but
behavior.
like I am though, like I'm trying to see it from his point of view, but I really just can't. She looked beautiful. He was afraid of Usher for no reason. Bet you if he had been there with her, even though it was a girls' trip and she was just out there with her friends, you know what I'm saying? If he had been there with him, you think Usher wouldn't have threw some bones at him, or not bones like nucks, like you think he wouldn't have like fist bumped to give him a hug or something? You think Usher really wouldn't have did that? You just upset, bro. Just be just say that, like stop
Right.
trying to be misogynistic. Just be like, I'm a little upset. My girl might leave me for Usher. And then at that point, you just look either pathetic in the way you do it, or people just gonna be like, oh, little tank tank. Like, we're not gonna think much about it. And you wouldn't have got clowned so hard that you deleted all your social media, baby daddy. I don't know. Like, I do feel bad though, because just like all the other men out there who like this Robbie Harvey situation, you know what I'm saying? And that Jack guy, they're just chronically men in a society that like says it's okay to be like this, you know what I'm saying? And anybody who doesn't come with you, like that honestly like is a product of your upbringing. Like you're in this society, you think you're supposed to be given all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You like that women are supposed to bend to your every beck and call and all this other shit, even when they're the breadwinners and you're the bread runner up. I'm just saying. But it is sad. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say is like I understand, and I also understand how hilarious that shit is. But anyway, all right. I guess I'll get off my soapbox. I would like to hear what y'all think about it. And like, honestly, this wouldn't have even caught my radar at all if it wasn't for the way Slappa howled, because I love making that dude laugh. You know what I'm saying? But like, also just how the stark like parallel of the Boondocks. And not just that, the Boondocks, right? There's been several times when they were right, like the Medea situation, or like the what was it, what just happened? Oh, this, like this just y'all, I told you I'm tired. Anyway, but you know what I'm saying is like there's been so many other things, like the whole BET and how it's not for black people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're like to the point where they're almost on the level of the Simpsons for the black community. I don't know, but or they keep doing it. and the thing with R. Kelly, like so many things, you know. Anyway, I digress. All right. So guys, we're gonna like take it. Um, we're gonna we're gonna
We gonna do this thing.
right. Oh, we're gonna read three stories. We're gonna read three stories today. You guys, I'm not gonna lie to y'all guys. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I've not been feeling like 100% lately. I've been too tired to even put on like makeup, and that's like my favorite part of the day. It just feels so daunting, and I just feel overwhelmed by the thought of putting on makeup right now. I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. Maybe I just kind of feel like I'm in like one of my bipolar, like, you know, in my bipolarness, like I'm like textbook up a few weeks and down a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm definitely in the middle of a down, you know, and it's bad. And I don't know how to get out. And like, this should be like the happiest time of our like summer. So we don't have our kids. And I don't know, like, I just feel not good. But anyway, it's been awesome though, hanging out with you guys in Discord. Join the Discord. You know what I'm saying? And like watching you guys like comment on things and stuff and things like that. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, but I do apologize for my tiredness today, guys. But let's read these stories and let's unwind together. Slappa promised me to get some scrimps later at this new place that we found over in like Hearst or some shit. Anyway, but like in the mid cities there's like this new place, and I think I might make a little review on it. It's actually pretty good. Anyway, probably not though, because like I said, I'm just fucking tired. But anyway, let's jump in to the first story called I 44 female met a guy 53 male. I didn't even notice their ages at first. My god.
I
Um
feel like when
huh?
you get over like 40, 10 years is not like a huge deal. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like he's too old
Oh yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
be
for
acting like
sure.
this, cuz like this like I skimmed over it and I was like there's a lot going on here, you know what I'm
Yeah, this
saying?
this read like 18-year-olds.
Yeah, like I thought, you know, like I said, I completely missed how old they were. Like when I was reading it, I was imagining people in their mid 20s, early 30s, not in their 40s and 50s, bro. Anyway, I, 44 female, met a guy, 53 male, on an online dating site. Hit it off great via text. Ended up meeting yesterday ahead of our planned first date. Red flags everywhere. Don't know how to kindly tell him that I don't want to pursue this any further. Help.
That's a pretty kind way to say that. Just like that, I don't want to pursue this any further.
Yeah, but you know, I get it. I haven't dated anyone in about 6 years after finally ending an abusive relationship, but I had finally decided to try to attempt dating again, so I created an online dating profile. I met Phil, and from the moment we started chatting online, it was crazy how much we had in common and how well we got along with each other. From the minute we started talking online, it's like we had known each other for years. We had made a plan for our first date to be this Friday, but we ended up meeting yesterday, and I don't want to pursue this any further. Also, I will say an old head really does know how to make a sentence. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean it like in a condescending way, but when my mom like emails me, it is so professional and like kind. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like anytime I read an email from like someone who's older, like, you know, the old heads, like the generation before us, it always seems like it's like super professional and friendly, but that also could just be my experience. You know what I mean? On his dating profile, it said that he had his own place, a vehicle, a job, and that he was going to school as well. I then find out that he's actually living in a group home at 53. Okay. I wonder what happened. Oh no. I would have been immediately like, nope. Anyway, which he explained was because last year, oh, okay. If I had just fucking read. He had gotten really sick and was out of work for almost 2 months. And due to that, he couldn't pay rent and ended up getting evicted. Oh my gosh. That is so capitalism. You know what I'm saying? Almost everyone is literally like one illness away, one, catastrophe, one like mishap life away from being destitute. God damn, that sucks. Anyway, I mean, we are too. Shit. Anything happens to me, like, this place was the only thing available until he could afford something better. Okay, I get it. Shit happens. And landlords are notorious for being assholes. Man, I saw somebody trying to defend a landlord, and then somebody stitched that video with a landlord literally talking about how it was like the best job he ever had and he didn't do shit ever. And then people were just like, yeah, it was the cushiest job I ever had, man. You slumlords. So much to say on that. Anyway, yesterday we were texting periodically while he was at work, and he said that he wasn't going to be able to get to his class that evening. He said that his car was still at the dealership, but he wasn't able to drive it because he didn't have insurance for it.
What?
Okay. This puzzled me because he had in previous conversations talked about this car like he'd been driving it the whole time. Right. I was about to say, what does insurance do to stop you from driving it? I mean, I hate to be like that, but Jesus, the last claim that I looked at today, I literally called the other insurance company and they didn't have any fucking insurance. So they were just driving around with no fucking insurance. Everybody does it, even though it sucks. You can do it. So that math did not math at all right now. And the situation with him not being able to get to his class that evening seemed like it would be something that he would have been well aware of ahead of time if he hadn't had a vehicle this whole time. But then he would have been, but then he went on and made it seem like it was something that had just happened that day or at the last minute. Life happens. I mean, honestly, like somebody could literally wreck your car at any second. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I overlooked that. I left my job early and offered to take him there and bring him back. The place was half hour away and the class was 2 hours. So it made more sense for me to just stay in the area and wait in town. So while I was waiting, I saw that there was a popular coffee place nearby that had a lobby that stayed open for another hour. So I went there, ate something small, and then drove back to his class and just waited in the parking lot for the next hour. When he came back out, he asked me if I'd waited there the whole time, and I said no. I went to the coffee place, and he said, "Oh, you didn't wait for me? For what?" I'm a little confused. So I said that their drive through was still open and we could still go there, and he said yes. Okay. Let me just interject here. During this ride, he never offered gas money and he chain smoked my new pack of cigarettes. Do y'all know how expensive cigarettes are right now? Hell nah. I usually only smoke 2 to 4 of them a day, and he was chain smoking your shit. There's only like 20 of them hoes in there. I'm trying to quit and I make the pack last week. Okay, I was about to say, like, those things can last, especially when you're like me. I smoke um maybe two on the way to and from. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we go through the drive through, and when we get to where you pay, he makes no attempt to break out his wallet. Girl, I would have left him in the driveway. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm expected to pay for this. And me being awkward and non-confrontational, I do. It wasn't that much, but it's the point of the whole thing, right? So I drive him home, and now I'm just really tired and want to go to bed. So we say our goodbyes. And when we were talking about the original date plan for Friday, I agreed, but I really wasn't feeling it at all. But I didn't want to deal with it right then. And as he's getting out, he asks me if I can give him a couple more cigarettes, which at this point, there's five out of a pack of 20. So in that short span of time, he smoked 10, 15, because there's 20, right? 15, bro. And y'all only been together a couple hours? Absolutely not. And then, oh, can you just give me, so which at this point, there's only 5 left. And he goes, oh, can you just give me the rest? Y'all, cigarettes are like $10 a pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's very much not, no. The cigarettes are like $10 a pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I said no. I wanted at least 2 for the ride home. So I gave him the other 3 and got my ass out of there. I pretty much fell asleep as soon as I got home, so I didn't text him. But now it's like noon and I still haven't. I don't want to outright ghost him. Ghost. But I have no idea how to nicely say that I don't want to go on the next date with him and I do not want to pursue this relationship further. I really try to give people the benefit of the doubt, same. But I understand money is tight for him. Right. But y'all hadn't even been on your first date yet. Like, he expected that of you without even going on your first date. Like, that says a lot to me. Like, he's going to do that the whole time, essentially, or he thinks you can. So he's going to take full advantage. It sounds like to me he's just going to take advantage of you the whole time. Like, let me finish this story and then I'll talk about what I want to say. And then, shut up, slap. Now it's like, he said, oh, I don't want to go on the next date and I don't want to pursue this relationship further. I really try to give the people the benefit of the doubt, and I understand money is tight for him, but I'm pretty sure that I would be expected to pay for all activities we planned for Friday. During the course of the events last night, I feel like there were red flags galore, and you would be correct. Please help. How do I nicely end this? Oh, and just to make it worse, even before we ever met, he was a regular at my job, so he knows where I work. My shop is extremely well known and is where everyone in my town and surrounding areas go to. Go to for what? Sorry. And then I'm so there's a really good chance I'd end up running into him again. Help. And then there's an edit. Thank you for everyone's suggestions. They're all pretty much telling me similar ways to go about it. So I'm just going to do that and I'll update later once I finally do it. He's going to be on a job interview in a half hour. So I don't want to do it right before that, but I will after. You are too kind. But I would probably do the same too, because you want them to at least get a job. You don't want to sabotage that for them. I did it. I broke it off and I blocked him. Thank you for all your help and advice. It really helped me to understand I wasn't being overly critical of him or I was being picky. You guys rock. I realized that I originally wrote this post because I needed help with how to word ending it with him, but I've successfully done it. Yay. But I just responded to a comment that made me realize, looking back on it now, that there were other red flags, and I haven't read this part. So just in us texting before we even met. So, oh my God. So I'd like to address that now so other people can recognize them and use them as an example of what to look out for. It's the summertime. We gonna be out here on dates. Look out for yourself. Look out for number one. Look out for number one. Okay. And then it says, he wanted us to both delete our online profiles on the second day of talking. Absolutely not. No, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to keep any social media that's connected to my mother. I'm sorry. He was immediately excited about us and how perfect we were together. He wanted us to be an official thing like immediately. No. He wanted us to text from the minute we woke up. No. Throughout the day. No. until we went to sleep, and sometimes in the middle of the night. Now, okay, I'm a really solitary person who really enjoys my alone time. Sometimes I just want to chill and just not be talking constantly. So I'd have to make up excuses. No. Anyway, thank you for all your advice and support. This post got way more upvotes and comments than I ever expected, but I really appreciate you. Hope you all find your right people out there if you're still looking. And if you are still looking, remember this post for the red flags. All right. So I do see some comments in here. Really quick though, what I wanted to say is, remember, we're always talking about age gap red flag relationships. I made like a fucking realization that those red pill podcaster type guys, they purposefully go for these super young women. Like, I'm not saying that the OP here like fits the general age gap red flag relationship, right? But it is kinda, in the sense of, while those younger men in their 20s, 30s, 40s, yeah, 40s, I'd say, they're usually looking for a young woman, you know what I'm saying, that they can manipulate and abuse and forced to have their babies and shit like that. Trigger warning, so sorry. But like, when they get older, they also look for younger women so that they can take care of them in their geriatric hospice, tired, you know what I'm saying? So like, to me, remember, I was like going on and on for a moment because I got definitely stuck, you know what I'm saying? Talking about how he was definitely going to use her. That's why, because he old as fuck, because he been playing around for like a million years. But like, I don't know. We really don't know, and I hate to be like that, and I'm really trying to be kind because I do want to be kind, but like, it is so hard not to see this as the huge red flag that it is. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking huge and common and so incredibly unfair. Like, didn't they do a study, about how men and women, like, who lives longer, men or women?
Women, yeah.
Do you have any theories as to why that is?
I mean, they know why. It's just women generally take better care of themselves. Like men just do whatever the fuck they want, usually not healthy things, and kind of lean hard on women in their life to take care of them constantly. So they just make bad decisions constantly, and women are kind of like, they know if they get sick or hurt, they're still gonna have to take care of themselves. So they don't want to do that as much. And I feel like that about like men wanting someone to take care of them as they get older, that's a real thing. And also, there's kind of like like a, what's it called, implicit, yeah, that's like an unsaid kind of like unspoken part of like the patriarchy, is just kind of assuming that a guy who's older than you has his shit together. So they want a younger woman who like has this belief that like, oh, they're like 10 years older than me, they're not as fucking dumb and useless as all these men my age. But I don't know, as I get older, the men around me who are my age continue to be the same way they've always been. So
You think it's more like of a thing of, if they don't make active changes, then they will absolutely end up like this? Or what do you think?
like, how did this guy end up like this or what?
I mean, yes, but I mean, like, specifically, how do so many end up here? Is it like this Robbie Harvey situation where they're just constantly just dunking on women all the time, or non-men, you know what I'm saying?
um I don't
I
know.
guess I don't even know what question I'm trying to ask you,
Right. I mean,
like,
I feel like someone like this guy kind of ended up this way because they've just been told they're the best ever and not have to do anything to be the best. So they just kind of were a piece of shit to everyone.
What if it's like a warped sense of society? Like you said, generally speaking, men usually were older and did have their shit together. But now we live in a time in stage capitalism, you know what I'm saying? Where it is most unfortunate, but honestly, they still have that same belief that they should be taken care of, but they don't have the means to financially hold that. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I hope y'all can kind of understand where I'm going.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I feel like, especially people at that age, they basically grew up being raised by the generation that had literally every economic advantage just handed to them from the government. Like FDR straight up just like saved the country and gave that whole generation everything they needed to live a comfy, happy life and not really have to work hard for it. And so these people kind of just grew up seeing like the man go to work and the woman stay home and everything was fucking great because you got a house for hella cheap and you got paid way more than you do now at your job. You know, no matter what the fuck the man did, he had a good ass job because they actually paid you well back then. But like, uh, you know, if you keep that mentality and you come into today's economy and you don't want to work hard because now you have to compete with all the younger workers.
Literally everybody at this point.
Right. But like the only jobs left are the shitty ones. So he's kind of just failing, but feeling like he's not and just still kind of using people. I don't know.
Or maybe it's just like the disconnect because he's having to start over. I'm not really sure. It's quite strange, but yet it's not strange. Does that make sense? Like it's becoming more and more common, but it's weird. I don't know.
It's definitely weird. I don't know. If I was in a group home and 53 years old and struggling and my car was at the dealership because I don't have insurance or whatever, I definitely would not be trying to go on dates.
That part.
I'd be trying to like get out of that group home and have my own place
Definitely.
and be fine by myself.
Definitely. I have to agree. I have to agree that I definitely would not be dating like at all. Like there's like I don't know, like I'm pretty sure you don't have to go on Tinder or whatever these plenty of fish. I really don't know what these things are. But anyway, but like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure you don't have to do all this just to get your dick wet. I hate to say it that way because I don't like saying that word, but I mean that's essentially what it is at the end of the day. He's just looking for some sort of release. But I don't know. Anyway, so this one says, "Hi, welcome back to the world of dating. First things first, you need to be safer. Taking a stranger in your car is a gamble. Honestly, I'd rather be in my car though because you don't know where my weapons are."
Yeah, but you wouldn't like give someone a hour long ride before you even went on a date with them.
Hey, how are you? How did we meet, sir?
Um, that's different. Okay. That was a group setting, you know. You knew my family. That's
But
different.
I cornered my princess. I asked you if you wanted a ride. So, like for example, guys, like when me and Sapa met, we were in Little Elm, which is near Frisco. If you're any sort of familiar with Dallas, and Little Elm is maybe like 15-20 minutes away from like the heart of Frisco, and Denton, which is a college town again, UNT, is maybe like 20, 30 minutes away from Little Elm. Well, when we met, Slappa's sister was like had a huge car or was using someone's huge car, or like she had that really big sedan or whatever it was. And I didn't know how much room she was going to have. And I had already set my sights for Conquest on Slap. And I was like, you need a ride. I was like, you want to ride with me? I know exactly where we're going. Mama. Oh, no, but like, seriously, I definitely did that. And I'd like, again, no, I know where the weapons are in my car. I'm not afraid to like just, pull something out the door. You know what I mean? And then it says, second, if you don't start putting yourself first, you're in for a world of hurt. You need to tell him straight up, thanks for meeting me. I'm not feeling it. Best of luck in your dating life. And make sure he has time to read it and then block him, which probably was immediately because he wanted y'all to be in contact constantly. And also, I'm like questioning what he does. Like, yes, I am like almost always on my phone, but I also, I'm going to leave it at that then, because hopefully he has like some sort of call center work from home job, or but he lives in a group home. I don't know. It just doesn't math. It's not it just doesn't add up, and I guess that's the point,
The
really.
guy's a liar. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she said outright that he was lying about all sorts of things. So like who knows what else? Like I'm thinking too hard about the math that will never math because he was lying from the get-go. Anyway, and then it says the best thing you can do is be honest with him. Tell him you've enjoyed talking with him, but that you met and you didn't feel a connection and you don't want to pursue the relationship further. Trying to be nice about it when it doesn't really work. There is no nice way to tell someone you don't want to see them anymore. The worst thing you can do is say it in a way that makes him think there's still hope, so that he keeps pursuing you. And that's more likely to happen if you try too hard to be nice instead of just honest. Y'all, I got onto a Degrassi The Next Generation kick, and I am not ashamed. I don't care. I am hooked in this damn show. From It's like my childhood feelings, right? In the very beginning, Drake's character and his girlfriend in that first season, you know what I'm saying? She wanted to dump him and she didn't. And then it blew up in the worst way possible, which created all these ripple effects. You know what I'm saying? Like, just fucking follow your first mind. I just can't stress that enough. Like, if you think it's time to go, it most likely is. And if you're not ready to call it quits, you need to be keeping a fucking list of things that are a reminder as to why you're feeling this way. Like, a lot of little things really do start piling up. And if you don't say anything, then it's going to explode in the worst way possible. And all these little things and they'll make you feel like these little things are so little, but they're not. If a lot of ants. Remember, I just found out what like A Bug's Life is Marxism, but like a bunch of ants is gonna fuck you the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of little things build up, and it will absolutely ruin you. It'll destroy you. It'll destroy your life, your relationships, and everything the fuck else. And I'm just like, just save yourself. Always be looking out for number fucking one. All right, baby. Slapper's choice.
all right. My story is called Am I the Asshole for Calling My Wife Petty for Not Letting Me Back in the Delivery Room?
Okay, listen. Yes.
Yes, I think so too. Just am I the asshole for calling my wife Petty? That's it. Yes, that's all you got to hear.
Anything to do with getting kicked out of a delivery room, what you did it. Like, the one time to not mess with the woman.
Yeah,
If there's
I'm with the
one
woman in labor.
Yes,
On any of these
if
stories.
there's one time to let a woman have her way, I mean, this is the one, aside from other, obvious things. But no, a woman in delivery, a woman in labor, you will. No, you're the asshole, bro. Anyway, go, baby.
For 3 generations of our family, we have had someone carry on the name of my great grandfather. However, despite the fact that my dad, uncle, and aunts having 3 boys and 2 girls between them, So far, all of us have either been suffering with fertility issues or have had only daughters. I think the tradition, like God's telling you, it's dead. We're done with
Yeah.
that. Don't get me wrong. My wife and I already have a daughter, and I love her very much. Why don't you just name the daughter the grandfather's
Right. I
name?
was about to say I'm literally named after my father. Like
However, given that the other relatives are either planning to adopt daughters from parents who could not raise them, committing to being child free, or saying they are happy with the three girls they have, I felt a lot of pressure on me to be the one that has a son. That's like a weird excuse. We're gonna adopt daughters. We can't do that. So much pressure that when we found out my wife was carrying twins, we saw it as a blessing from a higher spirit. However, given our finances, I'm a firefighter and my wife is a CNA for a nursing home. I mean, that sounds like y'all are doing pretty good, actually. The one child and done would have been better for us. We contemplated stopping, but my great uncle, who is obsessed about how many kids people have, was all like, well, Nelson Peltz has 10 kids.
who? Who the fuck is that?
More kids make you find ways of making more money. Yeah, just start a fucking family YouTube channel at that point. Jesus Christ.
I'm so also I'm sorry, but like isn't there like that saying like traditions, right? Like they're dumb and they're not worth your time sometimes, you know what I'm saying? This sounds really toxic. And like we have hella traditions, right? But none of our traditions are like whatever the fuck we're about to breed,
You
you know.
must have a son and name him Greg.
Gray. Oh,
The great
Greg.
and mighty name,
You ever drink
Greg.
baby, hold on. Did you ever did you ever drink Bailey's from a shoe?
It's old Greg. For real though, this whole like, I need my legacy. Remember, like, what legacy that you fucked? Like, if you have a name worth remembering, people will remember it, and you don't have to have a kid named after it. Like, it's this the dumbest tradition you could possibly
You know,
force on
when
yourself.
you said legacy, you remember that movie Accepted with Jonah Hill, and he was like a legacy. I remember him saying that he was like, "Yeah, good legacy," and then he got left hanging. Anyway, all right, keep going.
Uh, and other relatives were chiming in saying people with more kids make. Oh wait, it's the same thing. I'm not reading that. Whatever. We were so nervous about the gender that we did not want to know until its birth. I never understood that actually. Like,
Yeah, I'm also the kind of person where I try to nip things in the bud, like about things like that. Like people are like, "How many weeks do you have left?" Or like, what's the gender? Which, by the way, I don't really understand gender reveal parties, but that's my own personal thing. I'd rather we did naming parties. Like the first time we had a wedding shower and a naming party because like I said, I'm named after my father. The passing on the name is really important to me, you know what I'm saying? And then we also when we had the baby shower for our son, we announced the name then too, you know what I'm saying? So like we had naming parties, not necessarily gender reveal parties. And I don't know, he seems like he's setting himself up for failure. This some
ah, yeah, if you could, like, science exists, you can know. There's no reason to wait till it pops out. But that did not stop relatives from coming in with a bunch of old wives' tales saying, based on my wife's symptoms, the babies were the same gender for sure. So flash forward to the day of the birth. The first baby was born Sunday at 11:20 a.m. I heard the baby crying and then silence from the previously chatty relatives. Were they all in there? Like,
that's too many people. Like y'all don't
Finally.
y'all heard my birthing stories, like, and I can still go in greater detail than I've already been in, right? That's too many fucking people. That's too many people.
Somebody, I forget who, tells me that it's a healthy girl and I should be proud. I was so upset because the
What
relatives
the
put in my mind that if the first one was a girl, the second one would be too. And I hate to say it, I was having stress over adding twins to the house. I made my excuses and walked out. But what excuses are you possibly making at that point? Oh, I gotta save the world.
I
Bye.
don't
Like,
understand. So wait, she was having twins?
yeah, she was having twins, and the first baby came out, and he left. That's insane.
So I was right. You are the asshole.
Right. Divorce. I went
Yo,
out to
send
the
them
car.
babies back too. No, I'm kidding. He a firefighter. Take them with you.
Take him with you. Drop him off at the fire station. I went out to the car and cried, and then drove to a nearby cafe to get a coffee to calm down.
So he was really, really gone.
Yeah,
Like not just in
straight
the
up drove away.
hallway. Like,
That's crazy as fuck.
yeah, you're the asshole.
Before I got there, I got a call from my mom saying I had a son. And I turned around the car and sped back to the hospital. You're a complete asshole.
A complete one.
However, when I got to my wife's room, a nurse came out and said in a rather smug tone, "Sir, your wife is asking that you not be admitted inside." I tried to tell her that I wanted to be with my wife, but she just gave me a "you don't scare me" type of eye roll. Good for her. I like that name.
Right. I was gonna say, like, you either get really good nurses or not great
Right.
ones.
My wife banned me from her room for the next day, and finally this morning, she said I could come hold my twins. She pointedly made me acknowledge our daughter first, as if a baby understands English, and then let me hold my son. I could not stand it anymore and told her that throwing a grouchy nurse on me and then what she did just then was petty, and I can't believe her. She got mad and said that she was naming our son the name I wanted and then threw me out again. Am I the asshole for going away to collect my emotions and feeling I'm entitled to my kids?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Holy Jesus. I can't even how how many letters is this? He typed all of them letters to make all of these words that made all of these sentences and paragraphs to make this funky ass post, and I just do not understand how he went through all of this fucking work only to I literally, seriously, I just don't get it. Like, if she didn't force him to acknowledge her, he wouldn't have. I guarantee he would have just
he would
picked
have
up the
just gone
son.
straight to the son.
How did you feel when you had our kids? Like when you found out what we were having?
The same as when I found out we were having kids. I mean,
What was your feeling? Like, I'd honestly like to know what your feeling was when you found out that I was pregante.
Shock, terror, happiness, nervousness. I don't know, pretty much everything all in a cycle over and over again.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Exactly.
Okay, real talk. I was afraid. I felt nothing but fear. I felt like my life was over. I felt like I was going to die in childbirth. You know what I'm saying? I was afraid that I was going to get stereotyped harder than I already do. I was really scared, honestly. I didn't want to have kids. And I I feel like now I'm finally in a place where I like can say that aloud. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know what was going to happen, and I could barely take care of me. You know what I'm saying? But then, and when I had them, it was still hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a long period of time. And like, of course I cared because they came from me, they are me, and I am them, and this is my family, and they, stuff like that. I was still afraid because I'm a mess. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pass on my mess. And like, I was really afraid. And one day our kids are going to like hear these things, and I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? It, I, I just hope they realize, and I hope that I convey how much I do love them, but that it is normal, that it didn't come fast. But I also, when I had our first, when I had our daughter and our son, I also wasn't just like, holy shit, fuck this. I was like, this is mine. Like, I'm so proud of me. I'm proud of you for surviving me. You know what I'm saying? I just felt pride. You know what I mean? But never have I ever just felt straight up disappointed because a baby fell out of my vagooter. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
All right, let me end it on this comment. Your wife was having twins. Count your blessings. You'll never have to experience that. You abandon your wife. She discovered two things that day. A, don't count on you for emergencies. Any slight will make you run to the hills while she's literally incapacitated and unable to follow you. And B, she was able to make it through that without you. She will always remember how she made it through that crazy hard situation on her own without her partner. Just remember that going forward. It will always be on her mind.
I believe it. I believe it'll always be in the forefront of her mind. I do. I really do. That dude's totally fucked. And like that marriage, I don't know. Like maybe she'll get over it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I
I could
wouldn't.
never get on. That's
Yeah.
insane. Like if I don't even know what kind of situation you would like run from me on. I don't ever think you would. But like if you
I
ever
think I'd run you
did,
over first and then I'd pick you up off the ground and drag you in the car and bring you to the hospital. But yeah.
no, I don't think you'd ever just abandon me to have to like deal with something insane. Like I don't even know like that. I don't know. I would probably make you run away if something was really like dangerous happening, but I would have to yell at you to get the fuck away from the danger because you would be trying to save me.
That means I'd have to live without you after you perish from the danger. What
I
the?
ain't never gonna die.
Oh.
All right, let's read this last story. I want to go eat scrimps.
Okay, okay. To be honest though, like I told people on the live like last week, if y'all were there with me, um you are my once in a lifetime love. I'm pretty sure, like um I don't think there's anything that you could do that would make me run away, but I also think that I'm cognitive enough that depending on the danger, um I would protect our children and myself and figure out the rest later. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm just logical enough for that, but I wouldn't want to do that and I would hate myself for it later. Honestly. Yeah. But yeah, I would sooner call you in, but I also wouldn't let something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I
If
don't
I
think
ever have twins, you better not run out the delivery room.
you're gonna have twins. You're gonna be a
I'm
daddy.
gonna be a dad. Please.
I mean, I guess you already are. I didn't think that through. Anyway, shut up. So, one more story because I really need some cuddles now. One more story. This one, I don't know how to feel about it. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend for being peer pressured? So, my ex girlfriend, 27 female, and I, 29 male, were together for a year. I broke up with her last week. So, this is why I feel some type of way. When is too old to be peer pressured? I guess that's really the question I want to know from people who are listening. Like when we go into the Discord in the live react, I really want to know because I feel like I'm being too hard on this person, but I just cannot understand being peer pressured at 27 years old. That sounds crazy, but I also am a people pleaser. You know what I'm saying? And I still cannot bring myself to understand peer pressure. What do y'all think about that? What do you think about it, baby?
Um, I mean, you can always be peer pressured. I think the real question is, when is it no longer acceptable to be peer pressured? Like, at what point should you become an actual adult and not like be forced to do things because other people embarrass you for not doing it or something? Like, I don't know. That's I'd say like 22. Like, you can legally drink for a whole year. You should have had it figured out by that point, and it's completely on you.
I'd say maybe 24, maybe 25. I'd say like because you get out of college at 22, you're still trying to figure out yourself, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm saying that as someone who did not even go to college, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I say 22 because
But like also like you haven't quite gotten out of the school so like setting
I
of
yeah,
peer
that's the other
pressure
thing.
and
Like,
shit.
I feel like the hardest peer pressure you should be ever going through is during like middle and high school.
That I
Maybe
will
like
definitely.
definitely as a kid, that's where you should learn that you don't have to be peer pressured and you don't have to do what other people want just to fit in. And if you didn't learn that by 22, like, you're a lost cause at that point, bro. Like,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
entirely on you. I
Yeah.
don't feel sorry for you. You made that choice. You can't blame it on other people being mean to you.
I guess you're really right though. So somewhere between the ages of 22 and I'd say 25. But so I mean maybe she's not too far off the mark at 27. But I don't know. Anyway, all right. So, am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend after being peer pressured? So, about 5 months ago, she came to my apartment after a night out with her friends. She confessed that she made out with a guy because I take what I said back. 22. I'm going to just say 22. I'm just going to agree with whatever you said because nobody is going to make me kiss someone I don't want to fucking kiss. If I wanted to kiss someone, I would fucking kiss them. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to
But
kiss
hold
somebody?
on.
No.
Let me give you a hypothetical.
Like at this
Okay.
moment, no.
So
I want to kiss you.
you're on a boat with a guy.
I'm
Okay.
on a boat.
He's really handsome and really rich. And there are uh ducks and crabs and lobsters and fish popping out the water and singing, "Kiss the girl."
Sha la la
Are
la
you gonna
la la.
kiss this
Don't be
guy?
scared.
Come on.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, wow, wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So if all of them aminals came up out the fucking woodwork and was trying to get my stupid ass to kiss some guy, I'm probably single and half mermaid and can't fucking and probably think about doodle hoppers and shit like like but for real like that to me she was single. She was trying to get that man. But anyway, regardless, if we were on a boat and he was really rich and my friends were trying to get me to make out with a dude, but I already had you, no. And if I did, no, probably.
Singing ducks.
Whoa, whoa. But no, seriously, like I can't. I'm going to do what I want to do. If I wanted to kiss him, I was going to kiss him. You know what I'm saying? And like, if you wanted to kiss somebody, I would hope that you would kiss them, if you wanted to, and not because your friend fucking said, oh, bet you a chicken nugget, bet you a chicken tendy that you won't go kiss that dude.
Well, hold on. What if she did get chicken tendies for kissing this guy?
Is that the game changer?
Let's find
Did
out.
they have the good sauce though?
Maybe they
We
got
got
that
questions. I got
bazinga.
questions. They got the bazinga. Oh well, that's a game changer. No kidding. But no, okay. I'm sorry. I keep stopping, but okay, cakey. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like pressuring her to kiss somebody. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So about 5 months ago, she came to my apartment after a night out with her friends. She confessed that she made out with a guy because her friends were pressuring her to have fun and not be so uptight. She apologized and said she really didn't want to, but she didn't want to look bad to them. I was really me trying to keep going. I
No,
was
keep
really
going.
I was really pissed at her
Keep going.
lack of backbone and I decided to let it go because she told me and apologized. Oh, somebody peer pressured me into giving them my rent money. Anyway, so
No, that's too real. You cannot be bringing that up. It's bad, kitty.
Sorry, guys. Cake was being a little butt, so I had to pick her up and give her some belly rubs here. And also, Frenny forgot her mic was muted for a while, so enjoy.
No, let's read the whole thing and then go up.
Okay, so it's that was so much more interesting than what the fuck I'm reading. Anyway, so last week she went out with these girls and she didn't tell me she was going. She went to a small town in our country to stay in a cabin for the day. She sent me a message telling me she was there and she'd be back later that night. I was kind of mad already because who just disappears and tells their partners after people who think that it's more better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission, honestly. I told her to come see me when she was and the friends that she was with made me feel a lot worse about this situation. I told her to come see me when she came back. When she came back to my place the next day, I asked her what happened. She said nothing bad happened and she was just taking a mental health day with her friends. And I told her just to tell me if anything happened because I don't believe her. After 3 days of denying that anything happened, she confessed that she was there with one of the girls and the girl's husband. Apparently, her friend had been asking her to have a threesome with her and her husband. And she said her friend just kept begging her.
Oh my God.
And just caved because she felt a lot of pressure. She showed me the text thread, but she said they also didn't go all the way. So she didn't have sex with anybody. I told her, Cake, you pussycat. Anyways, I told her the relationship was over and that she seriously needs to go to therapy and address why she surrounds herself with people who pressure her to do things she doesn't want to do. But again, I don't think she actually doesn't want to. It sounds like, oh, I mean, it sounds fun. I'm not sure about it. And plus, I got a boyfriend. You know, like it sounds like she was using him.
Does need to go to therapy though.
Okay, fair. But also, like, I don't know, maybe. Okay, let me finish. And hey.
He's in a mood today. Jesus. The vibes are off. She could feel it. She does not like this story.
Oh my gosh, he attacked my sock. I'm in an abusive relationship. This is domestic violence. Anyway, okay. She needs to go to therapy and address why she surrounds herself with people who pressure her to do things she doesn't want to do, and also why she feels like she can't say no to them at her own expense. She cried and said, I'm blaming her for something she didn't have a say in. What? I told her that I was going to that cabin. I told her that going to that cabin was her choice. Being friends with them was her choice. And unless they held a gun to her head to do whatever she did in that cabin, that was her choice too. I'm sorry. I hit the table. I'm just so frustrated. And Cake is being not nice. Her brother left me a message saying I'm being too harsh. Toxic. And I should be helping her resolve her issues instead of kicking her to the curb. You are not required.
Double it and give it to the next person, bro.
But you're not required, though. You are not required.
Hell no.
Like,
You do
if you
not have
want
to be
to,
someone's therapist. Fuck that.
oh my God. Hold on. I don't get why they think I should allow her to cheat on me whenever just because she doesn't have the balls to say no to her friend. Am I the asshole? I'm not reading these comments. Y'all crazy as fuck. That whole story was hard to read. My cat was flipping out because it was so bad. This is bad. And I'm glad that dude left her. That is crazy. I honestly feel like she was using the boyfriend as an excuse. The only reason she was keeping him around and cheating on him constantly is because she didn't actually want to be with him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. She was interested in fucking her friend. She was interested in fucking her friend's husband. She was interested in being together, all three together with them. She was interested, and she wants to pretend like she wasn't because society wants you to be pretty little girls and don't like having sex and exploring our bodies. No. Okay? This is crazy. And that's why I think I'm being too hard. It's like I know what it's like to be a people pleaser. I am a people pleaser. I would not seriously guys, like Slap has been so angry at me, not angry you guys, but he's been so worried about me because I've been so fucking tired, and yet I'm still doing content at least 1 or 2 videos or 1 story a day. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want me to do that, even though I am overextending myself, but I want to because I want to please you, but also because it makes me feel better after. You know what I'm saying? When I shake it off and do something else, you know what I'm saying? And not focus on my misery or my pain or my discomfort. You know what I'm saying? I want to do this. Y'all aren't making me do this. And I'm going to continue to do things that I want to do. And I am a people pleaser. You know what I'm saying? I am a people pleaser trying to please y'all. And it hurts sometimes. But I want to, you know? And I don't know if that's self-destructive of me, but I want to. And I think she wants to too. I'm sorry. I feel like an asshole. See, look at me trying to be kind to this OP. Me trying to be kind to that dude, Keke Palmer's baby daddy. Me trying to be kind to that dude because he was destitute in his 50s. I am trying to not be like this, but I just am. And I admit that I feel these kinds of ways. Like, it is so hard, guys, like, for me to okay. What do you think about it?
I cannot believe at 27 years old, you are either still being actually peer pressured or you are still using the excuse of, I didn't want to let down my friends or whatever. Like,
or I didn't have a choice.
Like, what could I have done? My friends wanted me to have a threesome. I couldn't say no.
What is this, 13 going on 30? Remember when Mark Ruffalo, which by the way is one of my celebrity crushes, but anyway, like, remember she was like, I didn't have a choice. Oh, no, it wasn't 13 going on 30. It was The Devil Wears Prada. She didn't have a choice. Yes, the fuck you did. And I love you, Anne Hathaway, even though I secretly think you're really scary because I think you're really genuine and I don't know if it's real or not, but I love you and I am afraid of her. But anyway, you know what I'm saying though? But she kept saying she didn't have a choice. Honey, you wanted that money. Honey, you wanted that promotion. Honey, you wanted to go to Paris. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to go to Paris and say, we, you know what I'm saying? You wanted that dude. Also, you know what I'm saying? Get out of here. I'm sorry. Y'all old.
Yeah.
Y'all are old as fuck out here. No, okay. And also, guys, I'm sorry if that was way too harsh. Again, here I am.
Shut up.
But it's true that I really don't believe that for a second. I think she's just being manipulative. I'm sorry. I think she's being manipulative. Yo, so I was just scrolling because I was like angry scrolling for a second. Like, I scrolled all the way up angrily and then scrolled really fast down, and everybody is actually agreeing with me. She's lying to everyone, including herself. There's no way you're 27 years old and you just can't say no to your friends. I was forced into a threesome I didn't want. I just didn't want to let my friend down. That cannot even be an excuse. I'd rather get cheated on in the traditional way. God damn. Oh my, I went to this cabin with my friend and her boyfriend knowing that they have been consistently asking me to have a threesome despite being in a relationship with you. I willingly consented, but only because I didn't want my friend to be sad. Can't you see I'm the victim here? How you do break a woman? Anyway. She's not only a liar, she's dumber than a sack of hammers. Damn, that's a new one. OP should have booted her the first time she told on herself for cheating. Truth. That's what I said. But anyway. All right, y'all. Well, I don't have much here. I don't have anything. I'm just, once again, just really tired. And I hope y'all know I love y'all. And we are going to go eat scrimps now. Because they had this really good sauce. Scrimp. Everybody. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all be good. I can't wait to hear your thoughts in the live react. Was I tripping? Was I just doing the most? Was I just too angry? Was I just tired? Or maybe like, I don't know. Dang, babe, trying to sell your titties. Y'all should, if y'all are listening, Slap just tried to show his titties. I'm gonna tell him. Peer pressure.
That was for your eyes only.
It was peer pressure. How is it for my eyes only when we're literally on camera, sir? You know what? You're so beautiful.
I edit this. Okay.
Yeah. Damn. All right, y'all. We're gonna go get some scrimps. I love you guys so much.
Have a good week.
Bye.